Hey guys, everyone. Unfortunately today I've got some bad news. On Wednesday I rolled my ankle really bad in the gym from some height, just doing something really basic, something really easy for me, just one of those freak accidents, and I've just found out that I've snapped 2 ligaments in my ankle, in my left ankle. Very significant ankle injury. Yeah, I just rolled my ankle. I had something like go, but I hope it was the mat, like.
That bad?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Me dealing with something like this, people deal with it very differently, and a lot like to go into the shell. I'm quite the opposite. I need to surround myself with people that I love. We have been here before. I was 9 years old when I was first in this situation, sprung upon a serious injury. It was going to put me out a long time, and I've gone through it many times in my career. So I will get through this, and I will come back stronger. And the key is staying very positive, and people will be saying what.
Well, there's some of the biggest challenges that you've faced to get to where you are, like from I'm talking like a young age, from around the time where you maybe like first represented Great Britain when you said you were 12 back in the day.
Obviously injury's massive. I've had, God, there's a big list. To be honest, I'll probably talk about this. I had a really severe elbow disease when I was 9.
Okay.
And I literally couldn't really do the sport properly for 18 months.
Really?
And I tell you what, that was massive for me, because at 9, 10, you don't really know. Like, there were parts of gymnastics that I buzzed off and loved, and then there were other parts, you got to tell your 9-year-old to do 24 hours a week, conditioning, pain, I had a scary coach, really, but like, it was almost a bully. The culture was different back then as well.
Yeah. Right.
So like, when I had the elbow injury, I was almost relieved a little bit, and then I obviously couldn't do it. But then I, from a young age, had what I loved, knew I loved deep down, taken away.
Yeah.
So then the desire
to get back
to then that I developed from like 9, 10 years old, because I couldn't do it, and I had to overcome pain and do exercises and have multiple scans, and didn't have surgery. But watch my friends 10 years old do something that I was just desperate. I feel like that was a key point in my career, that injury. And then each and every one since, I've had wrist surgery, ankle surgery, double fracture in my back, shin splints, shoulder tears, like tons. That's gymnastics, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hearing all that, I got very lucky with injuries.
Yeah. But it's then you learn over time. It's how you then recover from them, and you take out of all of them, you take away so much more because of what you've overcome. Yeah. And you become a better athlete every time, and a better person every time, and it really helps you put things in perspective and be grateful. Like, I'm grateful that I can go to the gymnastics today. I've just come from training and got to do it. Mm-hmm. Got me? Because at one point I was in a cast having ankle surgery on the sofa like this with it up, wanting to, just drink a bottle of vodka. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been in that place, so like, it fills you with gratitude a lot. And not taking things too seriously, not putting too much pressure on yourself, just knowing that. But then besides that, mate, I've had incredible support, like amazing parents, amazing, literally the best, and that's helps a lot. They've been there for me the whole time. Really filled me with self-esteem that I am brilliant, and they've gone all into what I wanted to do, even when I was like leave school and my mum didn't want me to, and the whole, we'll probably talk about the YouTube stuff, but like, that wasn't normal when I started doing that. They've just supported me with whatever crazy dream or idea that I've had. They've never conflicted with it. Yeah, they've just gone with me and gone all in.
My parents were 100% like that as well.
So that's massive.
I was allowed to pretty much just follow my heart, which was diving, even though it didn't seem likely that I would offer anything. Yeah. For many years, they just allowed me to go with it. As long as I was doing well at school, as long as I was doing that, I could just do whatever I wanted. They paid so much money for me to go to all the little competitions around the country and everything. But it was just pure belief in that as long as I'm enjoying myself, that's all they wanted to see, which was really great.
I think the only thing I would say is, I won't go into too much detail. I've had mental health challenges.
Oh yeah.
I think like it's good to talk about purely. I think it's because of the narrow-minded kind of role as a professional athlete and the amount you have to sacrifice. And I think I don't know whether you're similar, but like extremes in terms of very addictive personality.
Okay.
All or nothing.
Yeah. I'm
kind of there's no grey area, it's black or white, and that's I believe why I'm so good at gymnastics, why I'm so good at vlogging business. Yeah. But then obviously channeled in the wrong areas, it's easy to
slip. Yeah.
And the things with food, I've had challenges with food, with the standard ones, your drinking, gambling. It's important for me to channel that personality and DNA in the right area. But I've learned it not to be like I say, I won't go into detail, but I've learned not to be a negative trait and a negative thing, because I do believe that addictiveness and obsessive personality is the reason I'm so good at gym and sport, and like I say, what I'm successful at. So I just accepted that, learned to accept that, and just tried my best and endeavoured my best to channel it in the right areas.
Yeah, well, used in the right way.
It's exactly used in the right. It's so amazing.
It is easy to.
But it's not talked about enough a lot, because you hear all this is the reason we're doing this. You hear to tell the stories, but it's like all the medals. It's amazing.
Well, see, I had no idea about that whatsoever. Like. Seeing what you've done over the last
you think it's all plain sailing.
18 months, you think it's perfect. Like you've just kind of been lucky, but absolutely not. You've been building this for a long time. And
the mental health of athletes is probably not talked about, and particularly in men as well. Like I'm going to tell the full story one day, and I'm excited to, because it's important. Those that are feeling that way and that are having troubles with certain things, it's important to say that they're not alone, and that you can speak to people. And lucky enough, I have an amazing family and support network around me to help me through those challenging times, but it's not talked about enough, I don't think, sometimes. That's why I'm head shaved.
That adds a whole other dimension to the story, which I never knew. I've never known that. And
the story will be told one day. I'm just not yet. when I win gold at Tokyo.
Just the story to be told is the medal doesn't matter. That medal is something different, isn't it?
Yeah, it'd be special.
Something different.
And people only remember, like the setbacks, the flaws, the challenges, they're never really remembered or talked about.
No.
But the reality is, every athlete, they've gone through the shit, the proper lows of lows, to get to the top. Yeah. But no one sees it. It's in the dark. You just see like Drake today.
Exactly.
When he was in the studio with no money at 3 a.m. I'm just making it out, but at 3 a.m. not slept.
Yeah.
Like you just see the success, and you talk about the Olympic medals, but I'm more proud of going through the hard times, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the real, the people that's the closest to me went through. My family, my coaches, my friends.
Helped you through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Getting deep now, man.
So it's all about me. Deep, meaningful chats.
I like it.
Seriously deep. I love it. I love deep chats, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Like I really do enjoy just being able to almost be honest, because I personally don't talk that much. Like, I'm a listener. I'm more of a listener than a talker. I don't like tell people everything that I'm thinking at all times. I'll just listen, and it's only rare where I can actually when I'm actually sat down with someone like one-on-one, where I'll actually talk about kind of what's going on inside me a little bit more. So I never have that opportunity. I mean, I have the opportunity, I just never do it. And it's something that I completely understand, because in 2009, I went through my only serious injury, but it was due to my growth. So I didn't only have the injury, but I was getting taller and taller. And I mean, you're only short, so you don't understand the struggles of spinning through the air as a giant.
Nah, mate, it's so impressive what you kind of defy physics.
It's really true, to be fair. But yeah, I had osgood-schlitters in my knee.
Yeah.
And that affected me for about a year. But somehow I was still able to compete. It was 2009, I was still able to dive quite well. I got 3 bronze medals at junior release. And it doesn't sound big at all, but in my group I had Jack Law, who is now Olympic champion and whatever. I had Freddie, who went to the Olympics. I had Jack Haslam, who he was at the Commonwealth Games and is doing really, really well. A really difficult group, and for me to be going through that and still getting bronze medals, any kind of medal, it was really, really great for me personally. But that year was so tough. Like, I would do my training sessions, I'd have to get out 15-20 minutes earlier, sit down in poolside, ice my knee for like 15 minutes just so I could come back the next day. So if I didn't do that, there's no way I'd be able to come back the next day. And I was doing everything at school as well throughout the day, so I was on my feet and, you know, busy. I wasn't getting rest all day long, and that was such a difficult period for me. And then, like, you know, I power through, and this was way before I decided to represent Jamaica. I still had that dream of representing Great Britain. I kept on going. Then it came through to like 2011, a few years later, and it was like my first realistic chance of actually making a team, a British team, because I finally got used to my height. Because in 2009 everything changed, so, you know, as you get taller you lose your awareness because everything feels different. So I not only had to get over my injury, but I had to get used to how my dives felt, and being able to land upright consistently, being able to find that again after such a drastic change in height was so challenging. So it came through 2011.
You'd have been like 10 kilos heavier as well.
Yeah, seriously, like it came through 2011. There was a point where I didn't make it onto one of like the talent squads where they go on like various camps, and I remember being sat down in a diving office with Edwin, and he told me that I didn't make it, and like in my head I just remember like a really fast process of thought, like, oh, you haven't made the squad, like what are you gonna do? Is it really worth carrying on? Like, I should probably just quit. I'm not gonna get much further in this sport. But then that literally went away so quickly, because he suggested, how about you try representing Jamaica or Barbados, your parents' country? And at first I like kind of pushed it away. I was like, no, I want to qualify any kind of spot I get dive right. I want to compete against all the British divers. And then later on in that same year, we went to Junior Elite Nationals, and I got a silver medal on 1 metre and then dived reasonably well on the 3 metre platform. And that was a real opportunity for me to get selected for a team. And then I heard I didn't get selected, and that pushed my decision to actually contact Jamaica and actually make a thing of that idea. But the reason why I didn't actually get picked is because in the little squad meeting that they had at the end, all the coaches and all the British diving staff, Edwin said to them to not select me because he believes in the Jamaica thing. And I only found this out like a year ago or so, and he suggested to them to not select me.
That's
to not
big.
compromise me representing Jamaica.
That's big, that. Were you like, what was your reaction to that when you found that out, like last year?
I don't think I really reacted, to be honest. It made me happy.
Yeah, I suppose.
It made me so happy.
But that must have been a big, you know what I mean? Like back then,
yeah.
I think if you'd found it out back then, because your kind of main dream was to represent Great Britain.
Yeah.
But like obviously, if you had have done, that would have affected Jamaica thing?
Yeah, because I wouldn't have been able to represent Jamaica for like a year.
Another year.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It was a blessing in disguise. Like looking back now, after.
Major blessing in disguise. Major blessing.
Decision,
and it not only did.
It must have crushed your heart at the time though, and not getting selected again.
Yeah, no, it really did. And that's why it pushed the decision to represent Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it not only made me make that decision a little bit quicker, but it also like built my desire back up, because then I had the plan that I was going to represent Jamaica and go to the Olympics for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Rather than early on in the year being told I wasn't on one of the junior camps.
And then you started thinking about packing in.
Yeah. And then it was switched. I was like, I can do this with Jamaica, which is mad. Cool. But no, I think what's that one now? That's probably about 50 minutes or so that we've been talking to. So I think 50, yeah. Do
you want to talk about any of the? Do you just want to talk about the sport?
I think we'll wrap this one up now, because I have a feeling that this ain't the only one of these that we'll do. I think we might come back again
and do about business
chat.
and Wow.
Yeah, because there's so much I want to talk to you about that, and I think that'd be a whole
we'll do
different
like
section of vlogs.
Another like YouTube business.
Yeah, and because there's a lot that we can talk about for that as well. So I think we can say that for another time. So should we get an Instagram live?
Let's do it. So me and Yona, he also went to the Olympics diving. We've just filmed a YouTube video and podcast, and we thought we would go live on Instagram, answer some questions for you guys. So keep pinging through your questions, and hopefully this could be a valuable next 10-15 minutes or so. I'm going to get Yona on this live feed as well.
Am I going on your live feed?
Hopefully.
Okay, let me go back.
Hopefully, and yeah, we're going to answer as many questions as we can for you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic day, whatever you're doing. It's lovely here in Leeds, and there we go. We've got some people joining now. We've got 400 people.
Got my request.
We're waiting for Yona's request.
Where do I get you?
Luke Stoney Wagwan. Hey, what do you think to the beard, guys? What do you think, Yona?
Beard makes it look really old, mate. Like
because I've no hair on top now. I've swapped it over.
My beard's just a touch stronger than me. Got a little bit worse to get to my level.
Do you know what's the problem is? Like this side, look, steady away.
Yeah. Other side's patchy, isn't it?
Nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
I got a slightly patchy side on this side here, and just a little bit more there. Sort it out now. When's the next video? You know, he's asked me to do a video.
Luke Stoney.
Yeah,
Luke Stoney. We're going to collab with Yona and Nile and I vlogs, LA Obsession. Follow them on YouTube. There you go, mate. Cheeky.
Let's do the big collaboration. That'd be great.
Right, let's answer some questions. So, what is the best life advice, motivation advice you've ever received? That's a tough one to start us off.
The best life advice I've received wasn't directly to me, but it was something that I've heard online. Was stop caring what other people think about you.
That's a good one.
And I think that's so key, because if you worry too much about what other people think about you, and that affects what you do day to day, then you ain't going to achieve your dreams and your goals and ambitions and everything, because you're too worried about that. If you just focus on what you care about and what you want to do, then you can achieve anything you want.
That was brilliant, and I think it links with stuff like this. You know, people, I think I posted about it last week, about wrapping your self-esteem up in the way you feel and your happiness through Instagram, you know, through the likes, through what people comment, through what people, you know, and getting really down if someone didn't like your post, or and that is, you know, I think if you're more consumed about doing you and doing what you enjoy, then that self-awareness for me is really important. Keep your questions coming through. It's your birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Don't know how to pronounce your name.
I'm gonna go with Luna.
Luna, yeah. Happy birthday. We're getting everyone joined. Hey up, how you doing? You alright?
Classic.
Thanks, we've got some lovely hair messages. I don't like it either. It'll grow back hopefully in the next year.
I'm sure you'll be alright, mate.
Right guys, start asking the questions. Me and Yona are going to we'll probably spend 5 or 10 minutes now. I'm sorry about if you joined previously and the audio was messed up. We have done it again. And I guess what we were saying previously is how we got into gymnastics and diving. So Yona, you want to tell us how you got into diving?
I'm going to say I got into diving through a talent selection program by my diving club. They came into my school back in year 4 when I was 9 years old. So 14 years ago now, which is a long time.
I started gymnastics 18 years ago. Mate.
18 years ago. Well, I used to train with Nile back in the day, and I got that nice gymnastics foundation. And when they came into my school, we did some like gymnastics tests. Yeah, it was perfect. It gave me like the perfect foundation for diving. And then I had all the technique, and it kicked off really strongly. And you know, the first day I went there, I absolutely loved it. And I actually dropped out of gym because diving took over. So there was a while where I was actually doing both. I was doing gymnastics kind of one day and then going to diving the next day. And there was a couple of times where I had to go straight from the gym to the pool and train, which was so intense But it was so much fun. I absolutely loved doing both of them.
Thanks for all your questions coming through, guys. Can you bring back leggings as merch? We will certainly be setting leggings up with the merch. When did you start gymnastics? I was 4 years old when I started gymnastics. What sports do you like most except gymnastics? I'm a golf fan. Me and my dad, as you know, we play golf. What about yourself, Yona?
I was watching football. Very basic, but very basic.
Guy.
I'll go a little bit extra, but I love watching basketball.
How many times do you train a muscle group in a week? Obviously, our sport, what we do in our sports is different to kind of the typical going to the gym. So we train every muscle group every day, but aligned with improving and becoming a better athlete, a better gymnast and a better diver. What was your favourite thing to do apart from gymnastics as a child? I was playing out.
I love playing out. Me and my friends.
Obviously, but we didn't have Fortnite back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
No, we actually went outside and socialised.
Went outside, played, kicked the ball around, did sport on the street. And to be fair, I did start getting into gaming. I was a big Call of Duty guy myself. How did you manage school and gymnastics as a little boy? This is a big question. So
we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, we have.
Check out the full vlog on my channel.
Okay, well, you get one plug. School, it was tough, but I guess I just made the decision and got pushed. Obviously, I had incredible parents to just get the work done, just work harder than everyone else, and I genuinely, even training 4 hours every day, I got all my homework finished.
I committed to it. I had the goals and dreams of going to university. I wanted to get a degree, and I committed to school due to that. Even though I was trying to dive on the outside, it was almost as normal to go to the diving pool as it was to go to school. So I had both sides of that life just set perfectly, and they just aligned because I worked hard.
How do you stay in such good spirits all the time?
Enjoy what you do. Do
That
what you enjoy.
Exactly.
Simple.
You know, if you're waking up to do something that's fun and that you love, and the question is, what would you do all the time? Sorry, what would you do if you could do it all the time? So, you know, say you're at school now and you maybe don't enjoy school. Like, have that. What would you do if you could do it all the time? Have that in mind. And it's a tough question to ask, but when you are in that mindset, in that kind of flow, the momentum you create and the being able to wake up just smiling because you're doing something that you love is huge. How do you build big calves? You don't want to ask me that question. Jeez. Oh my lord, I've got the smallest calves in the world.
You got to have big legs first.
How long do you train a day? So I'm around like 3 to 6 hours. It depends. My training's changed a lot since I kind of through 19, 20, 21, 22. It's more about being smart. I know I say train smart. I'm not just plugging the brand. Train smart has a meaning, and to me, because I've reached a certain level, it's not just about putting the hours in. It's about what I actually do in those hours.
We split our time between the gym and the pool. I do 2 to 5 hours a day, but half's in the gym, half's in the pool.
Right. How many hours?
2 to 5 a day.
2 to 5.
Depends if we do 1 or 2 sessions. We actually get a little break in between each.
What's your favourite skill? Well, it's soon to be the Wilsonator.
Oh, here we go. How's that coming along?
It's going well, mate. It's going well. Stay tuned.
Oh, exciting.
Stay tuned. Can you say happy birthday to Mum because it's her birthday? Gymnast Abby, say happy birthday to your mum. Hope she has a great day.
Same for me too.
Let's have a read some of the more of these questions. I love watching your YouTube. In 2 months I've seen, like, I don't know how many vlogs of you.
That's a lot of watching.
2 months. I love it. I love all you guys. If you watch the vlogs, massive big ups. I really appreciate it. My goal is to inspire you, put a smile on your face. What is your favourite song at the moment? That's a good question.
Oh.
It's got to be, well, Drake's dropped his new album, hasn't he?
I disagree. I'm loving the whole Beyonce and Jay-Z album.
Ooh.
Love it.
Beyonce. I'm gonna go. I don't know. See, but with music, I flip back and forth between, because I listen to mixes. I don't listen to songs specifically, and I have R&B and hip hop for a little while, and then I go like house, you know, like house baseline, techno. Yeah, you don't know, Splash techno house. How much do your shirts cost? They cost £20. nwclothing.co.uk.
Another plug. Too easy.
How does it feel to be being good at something? Sarah, that's I assume that's aimed at at putting yourself down, which I don't like, because you certainly will be incredible at something, and
there has to be something. You just got to find it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not a certain feeling that it's happiness, because not because we're good, because we love it. And I think focus on that and try and sort your mindset out, Sarah.
If you find something
love
you
yourself
enjoy,
more, yeah.
If you find something you enjoy, you're probably going to be pretty good at it.
Do you have any tips on getting over the fear of jumping back in a backflip? Now, this is mindset once again. Mental blocks, very, very common in gymnastics, probably diving as well.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing I can say is your self-talk. You know what you're telling yourself in here, and the likelihood is if you've had a decision that you have fear at a certain thing, i.e. doing a backflip for the first time, going backwards, a lot of things in your mind will be, I can't do it, I'm scared, what if I hurt myself, what if this happens, what if, negative, I don't want to. If you could just make the decision right now to switch that for the moment when you're going to do this again, to be, I can do this, I'm confident enough, my coach believes in me, I believe in myself, I'm going to smash it.
Let's just do it.
You will make mistakes over and over again, but if you can have that mindset and have that positive self-talk, that's really, really important. How much time do you spend in handstand? More time than you. A lot. What football team you support, Yona?
Manchester United. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry.
Oh my God, get out! He's full Leeds, What is the biggest challenge you've ever come across? We've been talking about this. It's by far injuries. So myself, ankle surgery, wrist surgery, double fractured my back, tons and tons of others.
I had osteoarthritis in the knee and a lot of growth, which was not ideal.
I mean, it's really important, and I look at these as a positive, and the way I overcome them, the way I worked on my weaknesses made them stronger, and each time you overcome a setback like that, you become a better person, a better athlete.
Yeah.
And don't, in the moment of setback or a down, the ups and downs, just please try and just push through, keep moving forward. Because in the end, look, now, hopefully if you follow my journey a long time, you will have been through the ankle surgery and the journey I posted on YouTube, and at the time it was horrific, but look at it now, it's forgotten about, and I feel like I'm a better person for it. So, and
the outcome's worth it for sure.
Exactly. Just
I've got a question for you.
For me?
Yeah. When are we going to have a gym pong rematch?
It's coming. Ooh. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We've got some incredible questions coming through. We can't answer them all. Can you do a meet and greet? We've got tons of stuff coming in the future. Listen, we're going to end it there. I think me and Yona, we've had a great afternoon, and hope you enjoyed this live stream. Try to go through some quick last minute questions.
Beyonce or Rihanna? Beyonce.
My favourite. Look, guys, your support is incredible. We're going to end it here.
So awesome to see.
Thanks for watching the vlogs. Go follow Yona on Instagram.
Yeah, my new video with Nile will be coming out soon, so go check my channel and 100%. Look out for that one. We dive deep more into the mindset and the story, and our stories. Get quite deep. So yeah, check that out, guys. I love you lots. I'll be posting this on live, so you can re-watch it. Some of the questions, hopefully we delivered you some value today. We love you, Wilsonators. Train smart. Keep it real. I'll see you later, yeah! How do I end it?